Hi, this is Magda from the wnetrzazewnetrzaofficial channel from the wnetrzazewnetrzaofficial channel. In this video, I'll show you a small studio apartment that has a lot of clever solutions to help you live comfortably in a small space.
Many are shocked when they hear about living in a 20 square meter apartment, imagining a cramped, tiny space. I chose this mainly for financial reasons, but also out of defiance. I thought, why not try living in a 20 square meter place? I even looked for smaller apartments, like 16 square meter ones, but I couldn't find one. And it turned out that when you think about planning such an apartment, not just in 2 dimensions, but in 3, and you use every nook and cranny available, you can really live here pleasantly and comfortably. Not just alone, but even as a couple, like I currently live here with my wife. We even have our own mini cinema mounted on the ceiling here, so I'll tell you more about the details later. Magda, that's all from me. Thanks, you're welcome.
We start traditionally at the entrance, and right away our attention may be drawn to the large mirrored wall, which also hides the door to the bathroom. However, we'll look the other way because here is the control panel for the lights, but you can also use it to turn off the doorbell when you don't want anyone to disturb you. In this spot, there's a curtain behind which hooks and a rod with hangers for clothes are hidden, as well as cabinets for shoes. The cabinets have holes made in them to improve ventilation, and everything behind the curtain is simply out of sight, so there isn't so much visual clutter here right at the entrance. Now we're moving on to the room, where there's a very interesting structure. The kitchen was built on a raised platform, and underneath there's a hidden bed, which can be accessed from this side. You just need to move the chairs. There's even a special place for them in the closet, and here is a drawer where the mattress is stored. You just need to pull it out, make the bed, and you can sleep. During the day, the bed doesn't get in the way in the small apartment. There's no television in the apartment, and it's most comfortable to watch movies in bed. That's why Adam bought a special projector that allows him to display movies on the ceiling. Meanwhile, at the other end of the living room, we have a big wardrobe along the entire wall and behind a curtain, just like in the hallway. The whole thing looks very organized, and inside there's a ton of stuff hidden away. In this section, there are clothes, but also pillows and a comforter after folding up the bed. And in this section, there are various things, including a vacuum cleaner, an iron, and a clothes dryer, which is very convenient because you don't have to set anything up. Everything is organized, each item has its own place, and thanks to that, even in a small space here, you can function very comfortably. The posters not only look beautiful and bring more color into this interior, but they also have sentimental value. For example, this one is a personalized gift for my 30th birthday, and this one was bought at a concert and even has the band's signature on it. There are no curtains by the window, but there are pleated blinds, which are special because you can set them anywhere on the window. Unlike roller blinds, which go from top to bottom, if you want to cover half the window, it has to be the top half. Here you can cover just the middle, just the bottom, or any chosen part of the window. Their downside is that if during the day we have the bottom part of the window covered, to cover the whole window at night we have to reach all the way to the top, and not everyone can reach that if we have a large window. However, in the case of small windows, and especially for apartments on the ground floor, I highly recommend them. These ones are actually blackout blinds, but in the case of light, translucent ones, they can work great for covering the bottom part of the window even all day long, because the light will still come through a bit. Most of the light will come in through the top of the window, and neighbors walking on the sidewalk under the windows won't be able to look in on us. On the kitchen side facing the living room, there are books. So here in the kitchen, the drawers have different depths. The ones that are lower, at the height of the shelves, are shallower, and the one at the very top is deeper. In this cabinet, there is a washing machine that ends somewhere around this height, and above it, there is an oven that is accessible from the kitchen side. Among the appliances here, we also have a hidden dishwasher, a mini dishwasher that has only one level, but in such a small apartment for 2 people, it's enough. And here, of course, there's also an under-counter refrigerator. The organization in the upper cabinet definitely deserves your attention as well. Look how everything is organized and every item has its own place. There's no risk of anything falling on your head. We have easy access to every lid. The cabinet above the sink opens upwards and is designed so that the apartment owners can fit here comfortably. I have plenty of space above my head, and here there's a hidden drying rack. When washing dishes, you can put them away in the cabinet right away to keep the countertop tidy. The shelf for cutting boards and the hanger for glasses are also interesting. They can not only dry here, but they can also hang all the time and are easily accessible. Right under the ceiling, there isn't a cover, but there's another cabinet that allows you to store flat items. This way, the space is used 100%. The bathroom, as you can probably guess, is small, and what's more, it was made even smaller during the renovation to gain some extra space for the kitchen and the room. And here we have a cabinet with a mirrored front. A cabinet. A mirror. It's a solution I often recommend to you, and a built-in soap dispenser. You open it here, pour in the soap, and you can use it. There's no extra item standing on the shelf, only the dispenser head sticks out. Of all the decorations we have in this room, this one deserves the most attention because it's truly unique. During a hike on the trail, it just so happened that a man was replacing the signs with new ones, and he didn't feel like carrying the old ones, so he was more than happy to get rid of them and give them away to tourists. That's how this original, unique, and probably one-of-a-kind hook for towels and bathrobes was created. That's all for this video. Now I'm waiting for your comments. Let me know what size apartments you live in. Remember to give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and check out our Instagram. See you soon. Bye bye.